Welcome back to Drink This. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Bruce, co-host as always, Ron down on the end.
Hi there.
And our special guest star from Parts Unknown, making a return appearance, Barney Menard.
We're hoping it goes better than the last time.
The premise tonight. The premise. 3 bottles of wine that are somewhat loosely related to the music business.
Barney came up with the idea of bringing the London Calling, so I decided we'd do it a little twist on the theme, and I shot myself in the foot because there's not too many wine or music-related wines.
Not as many as you'd think, eh?
No, a lot of.
If we did golf, we'd have no problem. So we got a nice wine by Sting by the Police, so at least that one's an authentic musical relation.
Definitely.
Barney brought London Calling.
The Clash.
It's not made by the Clash.
No,
that would be difficult. But it's
still a great band.
Yeah, and then Ron, like you said, he really skated.
I brought 19 crimes because most musicians are criminals.
I've committed 19 crimes at least.
Exactly.
So we're starting with
Message in a bottle.
The Police.
So let's see what the message is.
So I'll as you're tasting, I'll fill them in. The story with this is Sting and his wife. Trudy Styler. They bought a 400-year-old Tuscan villa estate called the Il Palagio, and it was pretty run down when they bought it. And they're refurbishing the estate and putting back the olive trees and the vineyards, and they've got about 5 or 6, maybe 7 bottles of wine out now.
So definitely red fruits,
cherry blossom.
This is a typical Chianti style, Tuscan style wine, Sangiovese mainly.
And there's a little bit of dryness at the end. Like you give it like 2-3 seconds and you can just feel it, your whole mouth just drying up.
Yeah, not a super long finish.
No.
But it's kind of a good average wine. Like I wouldn't rave about it, but nothing bad to say about it.
But you know, it's again, someone opens that bottle, I will not say no.
Sure.
There are other wines that we've had before that I would say, oh, thank you, no, I'll pass.
Well, recently we've had some Chiantis that were much better, I would say, but they're a little more focused. I'd say this is more of a, not generic, but just a Tuscan blend.
It's not bad.
For lack of a better term, I guess I would say it's a do-do-do, a da-da-da.
How long have you been holding that one in?
It just popped into my head.
Since you saw the bottle.
Yeah.
So I got to get more police
No,
things
this actually was very spontaneous.
The synchronicity of the blends are unbelievable, I'm telling you.
So our vote on the wine is it's okay.
It's okay.
It's
not
okay.
extraordinary.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about London Calling. I mean,
it's a great album from the Clash.
We know we were
it's their third album. It came out here in North America in 1980. Like earlier, we were saying that you guys had problems finding wines that either song related or whatever. This whole Claymore, the whole vineyard, all their wines are related to music. Every single one of them. I think they got like 15 or 20 wines, but it's all has to do with either names of songs or bands.
Remember a couple of the popular ones?
One of them was called Nirvana. Another one here, I got my list over here so we can look at it. Black Magic Woman, Bittersweet Symphony, Blackbird, To Pimp a Butterfly. That I had to have my kids tell me that was Kendrick Lamar because I had no clue, but anyways. Claymore Vineyards. It's just about half an hour north of Adelaide.
So what's cool about New World Wines is that they're not afraid to break down a lot of the barriers that were associated with the old world and snooty and very traditional. From the labels to the types of wine to the names, they're really avant-garde.
Yeah, they were saying, like, if you go to the website, you see, like, About Us. It's all about having fun with wines.
Yeah.
That's why they're naming it after musics. They're big fans of football. All that together, it says, like, have fun, crank up the tunes, open the bottle, and enjoy it.
I usually don't detect this, even if they say that it's present, and I do get a lot of tobacco in this one, which is kind of fun because usually it's not as apparent. But
you guys had a previous show with my wife when she was talking about the label and the whole idea behind picking out wine. It's the exact same thing. The label, London Calling being a song from like one of the bands that kind of marked the 80s for me.
They marked you.
Yeah, no, they marked me big time. So, but like. That's the whole part, it's
but marketing has a lot to do with it.
So, Ron, what bottle did you bring us tonight?
Well, you know, in conjunction to the musical theme, I decided 19 Crimes
you
would be
decided to
great.
go for a skate.
19 Crimes is going to be issuing a 19 Crimes Cali Red, and their spokesperson is going to be Snoop Dogg.
Cool.
So
I'm looking forward to that one now.
So am I. And he has a lot to do in the process.
So I'm curious. The last wine we detected a bit of tobacco. What will we detect in Snoop Dogg's wine?
We
That
ship a
could be
lot of
a-
that
that
stuff
could be
every
a-
day.
That's good.
Oh, that's a good wine.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this is pretty decent.
Is this hemp?
In reading into 19 Crimes, and I knew a little bit about the history. I mean, the founding of Australia is based on, you know, criminals from England. But criminals is a kind of a very heavy term, because anyone having committed at least one of the 19 crimes were banished to Australia, and those who survived, you know, formed a colony. But some of the crimes were bigamy, cutting down trees and plants, but the most interesting was impersonating an Egyptian. Not exactly sure about that, but impersonating an Egyptian was a crime to be banished to Australia.
Worthy of banishment. Wasn't one also stealing fish from a pond?
Stealing fish from a pond.
Do not do that.
No, definitely not.
You mentioned earlier, and I'm getting more of it now. There's a good leather.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
But at this
bold
table-
wines. At this table,
This table, that
Yeah,
guy will go
this is,
outside.
well, for my personal taste, between the three of them, yeah, he's definitely third
and,
place.
I agree with
So
you.
the message in the bottle is not today.
So let's get to the bottle battle. How
All right,
are we
bottle
going to
battle.
pick a favorite between these two?
Oh,
I have.
You have. I
Yes.
have too.
I have 3.
So we have our favorite locked in.
Mine is, anyways.
Ron, you want to lead us off and see if we agree?
I prefer the 19 Crimes. I like
All right,
that.
there you go.
I like that
You take that?
pronounced
Thank you.
leathery
Well, that is
taste. Hey, it works out for me.
So, what was your favorite wine of the evening?
My favorite wine, London Calling. 19 Crimes is a very close second. I just find that the finish, the what was left in my mouth afterwards, a lot more interesting with the Claymore, with the London Calling. That's why I picked it as my favorite wine.
I'll be short and sweet. I thought it tasted a little better. So the panelists tonight gave the nod to Claymore Wineries. Excellent group of
I
musically
agree. I don't
related
disagree.
wines.
That it is a very good wine.
We had 3 good wines tonight, which is nice. But London Calling is the winner of the evening. And
I say rock the Casbah.
there we go. Yeah. Should I stay or
Should I go? You should go.
I'm out of here. Drink
Drink
this.
this.
And we wanted to give a little salute to our old friend John Jones.
Australian baby
Cheers,
rules.
mate.
Cheers, mate.